Hey folks, welcome to Central Patio on a Saturday morning. Today's episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about the Thai lottery today. I recently won a small amount of money in the Thai lottery, and I thought might be a good topic for a video. Go over the lottery in general, where to buy the tickets, how to win, where to collect your money, all that sort of thing. In case you're here and you want to play. So let's start right in. Let's jump right in and let's I guess let's do the more boring part first. We'll go over the nomenclature of the ticket, and then we'll talk about where to buy them and how you can win, and even how we spent some of the money on the recent win that I did. So this is a Thai lottery ticket, and the first thing you'll notice is up here is this is your number. So that's the most important part of the ticket right there. Then underneath each digit, you're going to have these little designations to kind of spell out the numbers. Make sure they're there. I hear there are tickets, fake tickets, that don't have those. So anyway, then you've got your date, both in Thai and in English. And that's the date, the drawing will happen. This is the value of the ticket, 80 baht. You can't really buy a ticket for 80 baht. Well, you can. I'll show you how later, but not from the guys that walk around in Pattaya. And this is your barcode. So you might need that if you for a big win, to cash in a big win. Don't worry about this too much. This little cartoon changes over time. It's just a weekly thing, and it really has no meaning to the ticket. So let's go look and see where you buy a ticket. Now, this is just one venue. This is an afternoon market I go to close by where I live. I go here because they have a good selection. There's two sellers out here today. Sometimes there's up to 5 sellers out here. And this is early in the cycle. The cycles go from, say, the beginning of the month to the middle, and then they have a drawing in the middle of the month, sometime around the middle of the month. And then they'll go from the middle of the month to the end of the month, and they have another drawing at the end of the month. So the closer you are to the beginning of one of those cycles, obviously, the more tickets that are available. Tickets come in pairs, and that's one thing I'm kind of negotiating over here. They only want to sell me on some of these tickets. They only want to sell me the pair. I don't want a pair. The pair, it's 2 identical tickets. I would just rather have one ticket. Kind of spread my money around to different numbers. If you have one ticket, you hit the grand prize at 6 million baht. Of course, if you have the pair, it would be 12 million baht. So like she's saying, I can't buy that. I need to buy a pair. And I don't want to spend 200 baht on basically one number, even though I would have a pair of tickets. But this is just one place you can buy a ticket. And the markets, any place where people gather, you can generally, there'll generally be somebody there selling tickets. And these are all, they want 100 baht. Now, some of the tickets can go for a lot more, up to the highest I've seen is 500 baht for a ticket. Special numbers that are in demand. But anyway, let's go over to the Tesco Lotus, and we'll look at some other tickets. So this booth right here is at the Lotus. I'm at the Tesco Lotus now, and I told you earlier you couldn't buy a ticket for 80 baht, and that's not entirely true. You can. These on the bottom right here, you can get those for 80 baht each. There's certain ones that they will sell at the face value, but most of them you're going to find are 100 baht or even more. They'll have some special ones that are 200 baht. So I'm no mathematician, but I think no matter what number you have the same chance of winning. So I generally try to find these 80 baht tickets, or the private sellers will never have an 80 baht ticket. The private sellers always have like a 100 baht ticket. So if you go to your Big C or your Tesco, you may be able to get some 80 baht tickets. But generally the ones that come around that you see on the streets, it's only going to be 100 baht and up and up. So, yeah, I got a couple tickets from this lady. And then let's take a look at the different ways that you can win and how you can check your number. So if you have access to the internet, just type in Thai lottery in Google, and you can get this interface come right up. Now this, it's right on the Google site. It has the date for the drawing. You want to confirm that, and then go over to your ticket and look at your number. In this case, we had 897968. So 897968. I'm just going to type that in here, and it'll tell me if I won or not. and then it'll tell you how much and all that. So here it says I won the last two digits. I had 6 and 8, and I won 2,000 baht. Now I actually had two tickets, different numbers, but they both ended in 6-8. So we'll go over the different ways that you can win, because it's not just the 6 digits. The 6 digits is the jackpot. So I won the last 2 digits, which is how a lot of Thais will actually pick their tickets out. And then you have prefix and suffix. So this ticket suffix is 968, and the prefix is 897. So that's 2 more ways you can win. And I'll show you what the dollar or the amounts, the baht amounts of those are. But you've got your grand prize here for 6 million baht, and there's only one of those. And then you have your prefix and suffix. You got 2 drawings of each of those, and they're each 4,000 baht. And then you got your 2-digit that I won for 2,000 baht. And then you got your like an under-over. So if you miss the jackpot by like 1 digit, you can get 100,000 baht. You've got all sorts. They've got some 80,000, some 40,000, some 20,000. There's a lot of drawings, a lot of different numbers, a lot of different ways to win. So it's not just the grand prize. There's a lot of ways. If we copy and paste this number, just a random number that won, just to show you how this works, now it's going to tell me I won this. And if you scroll down, that's the number. So that would have been a 20,000 baht prize. A 20,000 baht prize is an over. You have to go to the main lottery office to claim those. So right here on Google, there's some other ones. You can click. There's a Thai website. You notice it's the same numbers. So maybe if you check your number in the Google interface and it says you won, you can double check that here on this Thai website. And they also have the government. This is the Thai lottery government website. Here again, the same numbers, and they also have an interface for checking your numbers that you can type in. So you can check it a couple different ways. If all else fails, and you're in a bar or something, ask one of the ladies in the bar. Say, hey, you know what the lottery numbers are? They'll whip out their phone and check it for you. No doubt. But anyway, try to confirm it yourself independently on the internet to determine if you won. But it's not hard to figure out if you won or not. I'm gonna get parked here, and then we'll actually go and cash in my tickets. Now, I was going to wait till I got home to cash these in, but I decided to do it in Pattaya, and I didn't really know where to do it in Pattaya. So I figured I'd find out and share that. So I asked a couple people, and a lot of people said, go down to South Pattaya to the gold shops by the Wat, and I didn't want to go all the way down there. But if you ask enough people, you'll find some other information. So I found out there's a barber shop down here past Archon that will do it. I just wasn't sure which barber shop it is because there's a lot of them down here. And coincidentally, this is where I get my hair cut down here, right at this barber shop. So I'm going to go down here and get a much needed haircut while I'm here. And then I'll ask these ladies in here, because they should know, it should be one of these places right here. So I'll go in and get my hair cut, and sure enough, they narrowed it down and said it's this place right over here across the street called, I guess it's called Boon Chu. I guess that's how you say it. Boon Chu Barber. So I'm going to go in there with my fresh haircut and claim my tickets. So I give my tickets to this lady in the corner back here. She says she'll be right back. You know, she's going to go check them and everything. And there's going to be a commission on these. This is 3%. I was told it would be 2 here, but it's 3. But you want to watch that. You don't want to pay more than 3%, but that is the going rate. So I'll show you how much I get.
ใช่3%เหรอ3,000 500 600 780นะครับขอบคุณครับ
So yeah, the 4,000 minus the 3%. 3% was 120. I got 3,880 baht. And I thought I would come down here to the avenue and maybe get more of an expensive meal. I usually get a cheap meal, but I've never been to this place. I've seen some information on it. So I said, let me go in here and see what's doing. Now, I thought the place was actually a little bit more high-end than what it turned out to be. There's plenty of 200 to 300 baht entrees on the menu. But actually, I actually forgot I was in Thailand for a minute in here. It's like a sports bar I would go to in the U.S. or something like that. It's very non-Thai in here. It's very Western. So I ordered a steak. I got a ribeye steak. I think it was Australian beef. It was 770 baht, and it was a decent cut of beef. It was cooked nicely, and they give you your choice of side orders. That's one thing I really liked. You could choose from about 8 different things for the side orders, and you can choose your sauce or gravy. I got like a red wine sauce or gravy with mine, which I thought was good. But it was very nice, nice atmosphere in there, and but steaks are going to be one of the more expensive menu items in any restaurant. There was plenty of things. There was a really good-looking cottage pie. I saw the guy at the table next to me get. Maybe I'll go back in there and get that. But it filled me up, I'll tell you that. So I guess it's time for a little bit of a nap and get charged up for tonight. But little round for the house there. Why not? I think they were all happy. So I hope that shows you a little bit about the Thai lottery, how to buy the tickets, where to buy them, how much to pay, the different ways you can win, how to check your numbers, and maybe most importantly, how to cash in your numbers, how to cash in your tickets. What you do with it once you catch it in, that's the fun part. That's up to you, of course. But anyway, I just got back home here. I gotta go down here and buy some bananas. But I'll leave this off here. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.
Oh, you and I, me and me.